Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Akram and watching Knowledge 360. In the previous video, we discussed about PostgreSQL numeric data types, and in this video, we'll cover the topic of monetary data types. So the money type in PostgreSQL is used to store currency values with fixed fractional precision. So this precision is controlled by the database's LC underscore monetary local setting. If we discuss about the size is of 8 bytes and the range is a huge range from negative to positive range. The input format, it can accept the integers, decimals, or the currency style writings, and the output format, it depends on the local setting, usually rendered with the currency symbol. So let's see an example of the money. So the first example we'll see is of a typecasting. Here we have used the same value, but one is with the money type and another one is with text type. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that the first column is treated as money and the second column is treated as text value. So this is how we can render one text value to money and money value to text. Now let's create a table with money type. So here's how you define a table with a money column for storing product prices. In this case, we are creating a table called product prices and we have defined one column price and the data type is of money. So let's create the table. Table is created. So now let's insert the data into the table. So while we insert the data, we can see that the first value we have provided in the monetary format, that we have a dollar symbol before the value, and then we haven't provided any dollar symbol or the currency symbol, but still it will be treated as the same because we see that money value can be inserted as a text format, or it can be done in the integer format, or it can be in the monetary format. So let's insert the data into the table and we can see the result. So the insert is successful. Now let's query the data. So here we can see that even if we have provided the value in different way, but the output is rendered in the same way that with the currency value. So this is how we can create a table with money data type and insert the data into that table, and we can render the output in the money value. Now let's see some uses of the money type. So first is casting to and from the money. So you can cast between money and other numeric types, but be cautious with the floats due to rounding errors. So for example, first we are casting the integer value to money. So for example, let's query this one. So here we can see that the integer value 5000 is turned into the money type as 5000 in this format. And the next is casting from a numeric type to money type. So we have provided one numeric value with a decimal, that is 199.99 as numeric, but we can cast it to money type. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that how we have casted a numeric value to money type. Next we'll see that how we can cast from the float. So it is not recommended from converting the float value to money because we may lose the precision. So floating point numbers can introduce rounding error and should be avoided when working with money. So but we still can cast it to money type. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that the value was 12.34561, but the money type, it was returned as 12.35, only two decimal points returned in the money type, and it lose the precision value. So this is why it is avoided. It is recommended to avoid using the float value turning into the money value. However, we can convert the money to numeric. So this is a precise conversion that avoids the formatting issue. So for example, say we have some money value and we want to perform some arithmetic operation. In that case, we can convert it to numeric value and then perform the operation. So in this case, we have a money value that this is a huge value of money, but we are trying to convert it to numeric. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that this value is converted into simple numeric value with two decimal points. Now let's see some arithmetic operations with money data type. You can perform standard arithmetic, but be aware of truncating and type conversion rules. So first we'll see the division by integer. So the result truncates any fractional part, but this is useful when we split the amounts evenly in whole unit. So for example, say we have $100.50 as money and we want to divide into three people. So let's execute the query to see the result, how it is divided among three people. So the result is 33.50, so that the value is evenly divided between the persons. Now let's see division with rounding. This is a preferred one. This method gives a more accurate rounded result. So in this case, we have a value called 100.55. This is a numeric money value, but before dividing it by 3, we are making it numeric and then we are dividing it. So in this case, let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that we have got the result of 33.52. So this is more accurate division operation on money data type. So this is why it is preferred that first we convert the money data type into numeric data type and then perform the arithmetic operations. Now let's see division of money by money. So this will return a float. So dividing one money value by another returns a floating point result that is basically representing a ratio. So for example, we are dividing $200.50, that is the money, by 50.00 money dollars. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see that we have got 4.01. So this is not a money value. It is a double precision floating value. So this is how money is divided by money will return a double precision number, not a money number. Now let's do addition and subtraction on money data type. Standard arithmetic operations such as addition and subtraction are also supported directly between the money values. So in the first select statement, we are adding 500 to $200, so that will be $700. And this in the second case, we are subtracting $500 minus $100. So let's execute both the query to see the results. So here we can see that we have got $700 and the output value is money data type, and also we can perform the subtraction as well. So subtraction is also done and we can see that output value is of money. Now let's see one practical example of using of money data type in PostgreSQL. So the invoices with discounts, let's apply what we learned to real world scenario where we store invoice totals and apply discounts. So for that, let's create a table called invoices, and we have declared one column that is total amount as money and another column is discount percentage, that is numeric 5,2, and we are inserting some data into the invoices table, such as this is the money value and this is the discount percentage. So let's create the table and insert the data. So this is done. Now let's calculate the final payable amount after the discount. This query calculates the final amount each customer owes after applying their respective discounts. So in this case, how we have performed this? So the total amount we are taking it as numeric, and the discount percentage, it was in the percentage amount. But if you see the total amount value, this is declared as money data type. But we know before doing the arithmetic operation on money data type, we should convert the data into numeric or other numeric data types so that we can get more precise answer. So in this case, we are converting the total amount to numeric first, and then we are applying the discount using the discount percentage, and at the end we are typecasting it to money so that we can say what is the final amount. So let's execute the query to see the result. So here we can see the customer details. The first customer, the total amount is of $1,200. The discount percentage is 10%. So this is the amount how much the first customer will be paying. And for the second customer, this is the total amount, this is the discount percentage, and this is the final payable amount. So this is how we can use the money data type for real world examples, like applying discounts for before creating one invoice. So the conclusion is the money type in PostgreSQL is great for handling fixed precision currency values, offering simple syntax and useful formatting. However, you must be aware of locale setting, rounding behaviors, and conversion risk to use it effectively. So this was all about money data type in PostgreSQL database. If the video was helpful, do like the video and subscribe the channel to get the notifications for upcoming videos. In the next video, we'll cover the topic of data types in PostgreSQL, where we discuss character types. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.